on the line. Kyle, thank you so much for taking the time to chat to us today.
No problem. Thank you so much for letting me listen to that song. I've not actually listened to it for ages.
You haven't listened to it in ages?
No. I'm like, obviously I've played it, but, because I was on the phone and I was waiting, and then I just, it was just on the phone. I just had to listen to it with the wait that I come in, and it was weird.
Exactly. It is such a cool song. We actually play it so often. We play all your stuff often. But when did you sit around together and say, okay, let's take two 90s Eurodance tunes and mix them up and come up with a sort of rockier version? How did you come up with this idea?
There were two songs that we kind of grew up with and we knew they existed, but Dan thought they were one song because he hadn't heard them for ages, and just you know how your memory just kind of plays with you a bit,
yeah.
And it's like, right. So he was like, oh, I think this is saying to Mark, oh, you remember that song? And and Mark was like, dude, that's two different songs. And then it was like, hang on a minute, let's smash them together, and then they can go as part of our mixtapes, because we made whole albums with like covers and mashups and called Other People's Heartache, Other People's Heartache Part 2. And yeah, it was basically just like mashups of different songs that we loved and things that we grew up with and things that we remembered. And yeah, so that went on one of them.
That's so cool. And were you super surprised? I mean, that song, I think I read somewhere, it debuted at number 2 on the UK singles chart. I mean, it did so well from the get-go.
Yeah.
Were you super surprised by that?
Absolutely. It was so weird that it was just a bit of a, this will be fun, let's try this out. And then it was done. And then all of a sudden, it was getting played on radio. And then, and then people were going, oh, we like it. Oh, okay. And then it went to number 2. It's like, whoa, hang on a minute. This has got out of hand. This is not what we had planned. So it's like, it was fine.
Because it's so cool. It's so surprising, because I remember when I first heard it, I thought, this is so weird, but I really like it. And then I still absolutely love it. It's something so different.
Amazing, thank you.
So really, really cool. So you haven't been to SA now for a few years. You were here in 2014.
Yes.
So 3 years ago, you're actually playing at the same place in Johannesburg and Immerich, and I think the same place in Cape Town as well. How did you find the crowd here in South Africa, in Johannesburg particularly?
So we were so surprised that we were able to come over to South Africa and for the first time, and to be able to play those venues and to play to that many people was just unbelievable. It was something that we never expected. We normally go over somewhere for the first time, and quite rightly, you play small venues because people don't know you very well, and you're a new band there, and then you work your way up. And the fact that we were able to come over and sort of play that size venue to so many people who were all so nice and so welcoming and so responsive, it was just incredible. We had such a great time. Obviously, like Dan has a lot of family there, and a lot of friends, and Woody as well has got a lot of friends who live over there.
Oh, cool.
So it was just such a. I mean, maybe they went around and passed the word about, who knows, but it was just incredible, and to come back and basically finish our World tour. In South Africa, it's just such a nice kind of ending for the tour and for the year.
Oh, that's so cool. We're chatting to Kyle Simmons, keyboardist from Bastille. Do you find that when you guys play live, that the crowd does make quite a big difference to your performance, or do you kind of play the same no matter what the crowd's like?
Oh no, absolutely. If you're playing your music and you look out and the crowd are having a really bad time, then you're like, wow, this is not going well. And then obviously you start looking inward, you're like, right, am I bad? Are the songs bad? And, you start having a crisis on stage. And, I mean, it's always nice. It's always nice to look out and see people enjoying themselves and singing along. I guess, ultimately, if you do something that you love, like some creative or whatever kind of project, and then you show someone and they're like, dude, that's rubbish, then that hurts, of course it does, and you go, wow, okay, if you do something, if you build something at home or something, a piece of art, something, then you show one person, they go, that is incredible. You're like, oh, that makes you feel good.
Yeah.
If you play that to a bunch of people in a room and they're like, this is amazing, I love it, and they're songs back to you, that's such an amazing feeling. You know, you can't help but respond with, oh wow, well, awesome, and these people are great. And so obviously it kind of fills you with a bit more life, and then you kind of, I guess, you play different. Not that I would not play as well if people didn't like it, but I guess, you know, it just changes the vibe.
Yeah, and the energy. No, completely. So let's chat about your new single. It's a cover of Green Day's Basket Case. So that is super cool. Is this also a song, obviously, that you guys grew up with in the 90s? I would think it's quite a difficult one to cover, actually. It was.
I mean, to be honest, it's sacrilege to even consider consider covering that song is a bad idea. You know, it's Basket Case. You know, so when we were when it was brought forward to us, you know, because it was released as the song for the new TV show The Tick, and so on Amazon, and it was it was brought to us, and we're like, hey, that's a really cool idea, and okay, Green Day, all right, okay, how on earth are we going to do this? Because if anyone ever tried to cover a song like that, you know, it can only ever be bad. It can only ever be worse. And so, you know, that Dan kind of had a brainwave. He was like, right, we're just going to have to completely take away all normal instruments, take away any guitars and drums. There's no point doing it like that at all. There's no point. It's been done to the best of its ability in that area. So we just had to kind of flip it
and make it completely different.
Yes, that was the only way it was gonna be even vaguely accepted by anyone, is if it was kind of done in that way. And then Dan, and then after it was done, and then it got passed around, and then we actually got the okay. I'm not sure if it was a thumbs up, but we got the go ahead from the guys themselves. I
was just going to ask that. That's fantastic, eh?
Yeah. So and it was that was amazing to have got the okay, you know, from them. It was just that was such an amazing kind of feeling, and it was like, okay, wicked. We were able to do it.
That's so cool, so awesome. We can't wait to see you next weekend. Kyle Simmons from Bastille, thank you so much for chatting to us.